There we go. We've got the map bans up. I was going to suggest coming into this, we were probably looking at Clubhouse, Consulate or Villa, 2 of the 3. And we do have Consulate, and then Villa will be the decider there. Looking, we've had Oregon. No surprise to see it being the first ban for NiP there. We know what their record's like, and it ain't good, Jackie. It's not worth talking about. Close line, we rarely see played here in LATAM.
See if maybe that'll actually come into effect in this round then. There's power play positions off the back of the ACOGs being used as right now the early contact is found. We see 2 frags coming in. Psycho and Julio picking up both of the early entry kills for NiP. Peering around initially. Kamikaze comes in with another one. Live out. You've just got 2 men left. This isn't looking good for FaZe, but the time is being cut close. It's going down to the wires. The diffuser has only just gone down. They do strike back onto Psycho. There's the open pick. Slowly skulking his way up the stairway, looking to strike. 2 frags found. At this point, you're back into a 2v2, but they're assaulted towards the doorway, as we're going to see Julio bust through the door, waving the 4-4, and Mav's breathing no more. It's all on Iron in the 1v2, charging out, unfortunately blind, had no vision, no idea what commotion was going down around him, as Muzi will wash over him and shut him down there with the final frag on the Ash.
Great round for NiP, are unaware of their presence. I think they've got 1 man there at the top floor. I'm not sure if he's just waiting for this peak to come across, and he will do. Pino gets a kill onto Astro, Muzi onto Yuna, and that is exactly what NiP needed. I commented on those 2 and how the round could hinge on their performance. They've both been shut down without any damage taken. NiP are looking absolutely electric at this point in time.
It's a good spot to be in, but they do need to get that diffuser down. Of course, there's 3 seconds remaining into the round now for NiP. If they're going to be able to go for it, they are able to plant it in the last possible second. They're actually winning out the firefights as well. Map will go down the last second as Pino pops off with a 2k, punishing 1 man after another, slaughtering them both. And that's beautiful for NiP. A close clutch round to bring back. Well, if that's the case, they need to wake up soon. You're not dreaming, you're not in bed, you're not tucked up. Although, they have sent Kamikaze off to bed. A bit of a good night kiss there from Live. Bullets being transferred back at least, though. Whittling its way through them and softening them up. Good angle being held. That is disgusting from Ion. Good positional play. I love the flick onto the second as well. Psycho is overpowered, and it's all on Julio. He's doing work so far, rappelling outside, peeks in with the first, utilizing that crossbow as well, of course, to shroud the angle so he can bombard his way in. The peek comes out from Ion. It's a little bit too early, though. He can't take him down. He's now inside the compound, and he's roaming around. The only issue is his stopwatch is going off. He realizes that he only has 6 seconds to try and make a play out of this. It's frag or lose. He can't get the diffuser, but he doesn't want to be a loser. Unfortunate fact is, though, Tim, he can't take down both. He couldn't handle 2 men at once. Goes in, gets the first, but there's a rapid trade from Ion. The Doc, effective at healing and effective at punishing.
He's just got that jammer down in front of him just to try and prevent him from being drawn out. Live gets himself a great double kill on the round, and that's exactly what they needed from him. But Muzi catches Astro completely unaware there at the top of the Visa stairs, looking to maneuver his way back upstairs, and we can see a challenge coming in, and you've got to win those. Live gets shut down in the antechamber. Psycho will be down though, and Mav will use his nitro to finish things off. 2 versus 2, 4 seconds to go. Where have we seen this before? Late round plant attempt, easily shut down. NiP, you gotta get yourselves moving quicker.
Trapped in an angle, a 1 versus 2 as he's swinging from fight to fight, but he's not really been given a chance to actually pop anyone off early on. Kamikaze falls, and the response is coming around, walking towards the stairwell. Psycho trades back onto Yuna. A rapid adjustment, putting them down into a 4 versus 4. They've got 12 seconds to try and make an execution on towards the bomb site as they're charging in. The angles are still being covered, and we're seeing the trade game being played, dropping us down into a 3 versus 2. Mav and Astro, the only 2 that are alive, scratch that as both of them are taken out of commission. Pino, he might have slaughtered his teammate in cold blood, executing Muzi, but he still holds strong. Trigger discipline, not really there, but in terms of excellence, serving up a specialty. The push to start to come back across. Obviously, NiP down to Mav. There's the trade. There's Pino introducing Ion to Big Papa Pump, the shotty with a sorry story. He'll tear his way through the first. Mav trades back onto the second, but it is a bit of a trade game galore at the minute, Tim, leaving us in a 3-on-2. Live's the low one, the outlier on FaZe Clan.
I'm a little bit concerned for FaZe here, but Astro starts things off well with the first kill. 1 versus 3 now for Pino. If anybody can do it, then Pino is one of those people. There is absolutely no question, but can he be activated? That is the only answer we need to find out. 1 versus 2 now as he gets the first. He's shut down by the pipes, and that is going to be the round for FaZe. I was just worried, Jackie, that they hadn't shown enough aggression. They had just Julio on site for about 20 seconds there as Pino tried to get himself back from top down here. There's nobody below who can deny this. Julio is down there, and I'm wrong. I thought that he'd already used the nitro, but no, Julio still has it in pocket. Will absolutely decimate Ion as he goes in for that one, and without clearing Julio underneath, it's very unlikely that ATACANTE is going to be successful here. 1 versus 3 as we see Astro traded out. Psycho with a big double to finish us off there at the end, and how important was that nitro from Julio? I have no idea where I got the idea that he'd already dismissed it out of pocket and used it, but no. Bottom floor rush we are indeed, but how has that been predicted by Psycho? Once again, he's on the pulse, and he's just used that information to maximum effect. He just watched that sledge all the way in to that hatch, and we can see that things are starting to fall apart quickly for the FaZe clan here. He looks like a lost puppy, to be honest, down here in Garage. He's just wandering around looking for his owner, Jackie, and he can't find him.
Fortunate stuff. The round will be locked down, of course. Kamikaze with the final kill there.
So it just drops down, and all that asphyxiation fire propagates behind the clash. Pino with a great heads-up opener onto live there. He was just waiting for that man to come in. Out goes the nitro, but no, just a second too late. Muzi on a big double, though, and this one looks like it's heading very quickly in the direction of NiP with only 2 men left. 2 versus 3 now.
They need to start doing so soon as they regroup, recalibrate, and look to try and assist one another. Nade rolling out. It's going to try and slow them down. It actually completely backs them off as well. So they're sent in 1 by 1, meaning Muzi, he gets a free peek round on the corner and takes down the first. Ion won't be so easy to knock off his feet, though. Spots out the clash. Knows that his days are numbered going into this as he peeks out. He's exposed. Kamikaze bobs up, and Kamikaze says good night to Ion as he'll hit the off switch. That is going to be an NiP victory here on Consulate as they will shut it down in the end. A 7-4 split on the scoreline as they win that one.
Always a big ask for them there. 1 versus 3 when you've got a clash on the board is never going to be an easy day at the office. And NiP just closing that one out very professionally. And as I said coming into it, this was the time to ask questions of FaZe. Teams have got so used to playing without her because she's such a high ban rate.
You've got 15 seconds. The execution needs to be flawless. Using the throwables to try and force them out of positions. You've kept him dazed and confused, then decimated him as well. As Psycho behind the bar gets shattered like a bottle that's fallen from a high shelf, leaving them in a 2v2 clutch situation. It all comes down to this.
So the opportunity was there to come in through that bar door, and I think it might have been a better choice. Julio will get 1. That leaves him now 1 versus 1 after Astro takes out Kamikaze. He's going to get straight onto the diffuser. The question is, can he stick this? He's being watched from underneath. I don't think the man can quite see. He does get shots. Astro just finds an angle onto the head of Julio there.
You've got 3 stims left for Psycho. They haven't really been forced to use anything, but they will be forced to fight as the aggression comes out. Yuno with 2, cleaning up with the SMG as he's sending them down to a sickening slumber, leaving it all on 1. Wamai in a distance. He's been hit by the wham, and his team's been knocked over. Tries to peek up on top of the sofa. The Punisher himself, he takes them both down, Tim. He's done it, and he doesn't even realize as he slowly walks his way up, taking his time with this one. 2 taps. Oh, the treacherous fellow. He wanted his cinematic moment to end that one. That is disgusting. Pino.
And there will be, I am sure, gaps to be found. We can see Ion just looking to move his way back up those Astro stairs. He's going to come face to face with the clash there. Julio shutting down Mav, but then being traded out immediately by Live. And that is something that FaZe are doing very well so far in these few rounds. It's something you picked up on previously, Jackie, that the trades weren't there. There were no trades from NiP there as 4 kills come in concurrently and shut down another round. Round 4 now going to FaZe, and that is going to leave them 3-1.
Seems like maybe they're overextending, testing the waters a little bit, but it's going to be a 2-man push that will be coming up. In the meantime, they're getting frags in other locations as well. We do see Pino with 1, but there's a trade back onto Muzi. You're down into a 4 versus 3. So NiP, they pick off a couple of these men on the early fights, and they do that. We see Live getting dropped as Psycho was holding the first. Has to try and reposition because the throwable's coming back through as well. Losing teammates and lost his own life. There's the cleanup kill. kill as Ion, not content with 1-2, he wants the third, a full hat trick as he bursts his way in, kicks down the door, executes onto them with a 4-4 and takes out all 3 men on the site. A small amount of damage done back onto Astro, knocking him for 6 and staggering them as they start to charge their way in. They're still winning on the trade game, but Julio, the response with the suppressed Vector as he starts to slip his way into the round, shutting down the first, and the trades come back through. Everyone's being decked him, and we're left into a 2 versus 2. Ion fully committing to get the diffuser down. He's got to come off it because his teammate's just been executed. You're in a 1-on-2. He's peeking. He's going to walk right into Psycho if he carries on this warpath going around. As Psycho's rotating back around, Kamikaze's on the other end as well. He's trapped from either side. No matter where he goes, they've got a clear reposition to get in there and deal with him. They link back up. They're going as a wolf pack. 2 versus 1. They're going to bombard behind the bar and brutalize him. A single shot is all that's required as Psycho peeks around the corner, shuts him down and sends him off to sleep. Lovely little kill.
I've got to wonder there if maybe getting the diffuser down a little bit sooner could have been the play. If they can get those wins, yes, but if they can't close out that trophy statuary site that they've struggled with previously, that could cause them a problem overall because FaZe Clan can get 2 defenses there. So if they can't win either of them, they're in big trouble, and FaZe just come in with an absolute hailstorm of kills, Jackie. Just completely shut NiP down in and around site there, and all of a sudden, NiP, they cannot lose another round here. Whilst Maverick will open up a line of sight. Got to be careful though, because they do, as we constantly say, work in both directions. And Ion's going to look to aggress onto it here. And we can see point proven. Thank you, Ion. Gets the kill onto Kamikaze. That's the Maverick shutdown. And the Monty is just being bullied now live. It will be who ultimately takes Psycho out. Julio is down and finished off. And right now we are looking at back-to-back flawless rounds for FaZe here. And in quick succession. This is what I said about FaZe. Maybe just needed to up the tempo a little bit, start closing these rounds out within 1.5 minutes and 2 minutes, and that's exactly what they've done. They've guaranteed themselves a draw here in terms of this map on Villa. 1 more round and they get themselves a draw overall.
Will they get 1 map win or 1 map draw? In terms of the firefights that are going on right now, though, we're seeing some frightening sights coming out. Julio, he's caught close contact. If he pushes in, he might be served up. A horrible taste from the shotty in the face, but instead it's the response from Yunar. Close and aggressive. Massacres his way through him with the rifle, puts it down into a 3 versus 4, and now it's really plunging into the depths of despair for NiP. You're outnumbered, you're outgunned, you're getting contact, but you're still not in a position to do much off the back of it. Again, Astro peeking through with the AUG, cleaning up on the SMG. It's your main man, Mav, to take down Kamikaze, and he leaves it all on Pino. A 1v3, diffuser's down, miles away. He's got to drop, he's got to try and grab it. He will be able to recover it, but he can't stay alive. He won't be breathing. That's the end for NiP as the ninjas are put to bed. FaZe up coming through, Tim, as they split the series. Consulate going the way of NiP, and Villa being snatched by FaZe.
Great performance from FaZe, and that really was a tale of 2 halves that we've just seen there. NiP looking so dominant on Consulate, but then FaZe just saying, say less. We're going to come out and show you exactly what we're about. Not too much of a surprise with 2 teams that are so close in the league table to see them come out and have that draw.